Thumbs up from the start line marshal then. Round 2 of the Motorsport UK British Rallycross Championship 5 Nations Trophy is about to go green. Tohill, McCluskey and Hill, your front row. We're underway with the Supercar final, and Derek Tohill gets a good start from pole position. John McCluskey right with him as they come down into Talladega. Steve Hill gets a good getaway as well. They're in grid order, apart from the fact that Julian Godfrey has come up ahead of Thomas Ramanauskas, which we would expect because Thomas has got half the amount of horsepower than these modern day supercars up ahead of him. But it's Derek Tohill who's been the star of the weekend so far. It's been a clean sweep for the Dubliner so far this weekend, but the Murray Motorsport prepared Honda Civic has been getting ever closer through the course of the meeting, and John McCluskey, if he can keep it clean and cut out the mistakes that we saw earlier in the meeting up at North Bend Hairpin, could be a thorn in the side of Tohill as this 6-lap race unfolds. Tohill, McCluskey, Hill, your top 3 drivers. Tristan Ovenden has gone into the Joker lap route in the Citroen DS3, not the car he planned to drive this weekend. Tristan hitting trouble with the Volkswagen Polo as Thomas Ramanauskas comes through at the back of the pack, but it's Derek Tohill from John McCluskey, about 5 or 6 car lengths between the two out front. Steve Hill in the number 4 car ahead of Julian Godfrey. They're yet to take any Joker laps, so Julian's got work to do if he wants to get onto the podium, because Tristan Ovenden behind has already done the Joker, and Steve Hill won't want to let Julian through in a hurry. Julian's going to have to go the long way round if he wants to try and take the place away from the returnee to the British Rallycross Championship this season. Godfrey is going down Hairy Hill, but contact, and there's a spin, high-speed spin for Godfrey into the gravel, and Steve Hill's got broken steering on the rear, broken rear suspension on the rear of the Evo 10 as he comes past the commentary box. Tristan Ovenden's going to be held up by that, but Julian Godfrey and Steve Hill contact down Hairy Hill, not the place you want to do that, and Tristan Ovenden's going to benefit from it. He comes around the outside and gets the place away from Steve. Steve's dragging his Evo 10 to the line. It's crabbing its way over the jump, but broken rear suspension on the car, that's not going to go too much further, and Thomas Ramanauskas may now get a position. But while all that's happening, Derek Tohill is still leading up front. John McCluskey behind him. 1.2 seconds is the gap. Tohill in GB1 hits half distance. 3 laps left to go of the British Rallycross Supercar finale for round 2. McCluskey in the wheel tracks of Tohill. He's still shadowing his every move. John's had 3 career wins in the British Rallycross Championship. Tohill's tally a lot more than that. He's a double champion now in the GB1 car, and he's on the tail of the Dubliner up Hairy Hill, and they continue their climb into North Bend Hairpin. Tohill hard on the brakes through the North Bend, and look at McCluskey, he's there. He's really enjoying this longer wheelbase of the Honda Civic. The setup suits him better, and he's going to go Joker this time. So John goes earlier than Derek into the longer route. JMC into the longer Joker section in the Murray Motorsport run car. Steve Hill and Julian Godfrey still continuing their duel. I don't know how Steve is dragging his Mitsubishi Evo 10 around. It's very, very dogged, but Steve Hill is continuing on his way. His 75-year-old is not showing any signs of stopping. He's crabbing his way down the Hairy Hill. Great stuff from Steve. He is not giving up here. He wants to get to the checker flag. He's really digging in, and the number 4 car of Steve Hill is still making its way around the circuit with broken rear suspension. Tohill though still needs to go into that long route. Last lap board is being made ready this time, and the GB1 of Derek Tohill with that 3-second margin over John McCluskey last time through. Steve Hill still dragging the Evo 10 around the circuit. He's still ahead of Thomas Ramanauskas, who's got 4 wheels working on his Evo. Steve Hill is still ahead of a healthy Mitsubishi Evo, albeit an older one, as Derek Tohill's onto his final lap into Devil's Elbow. It's been a race against time to get the Peugeot 208 ready for this weekend. Double engine failure at the last Irish round at Mondello Park, but Derek has had a brilliant day so far. He's won the qualifying races as Steve Hill and Thomas Ramanauskas continue their Mitsubishi fight. Derek Tohill's going into the Joker. This is the final few metres, and Tohill's into the longer route, and he's coming up to take victory. The Mitsubishi fight is continuing. Tohill wins. McCluskey cuts the chicane, but now we turn our attention to the Mitsubishis because Ramanauskas is now up ahead of Hill. Derek Tohill's done it 2 from 2 so far this season for the Dubliner. Third place at the minute is Ovenden. So Tristan Ovenden comes through and takes third. There's supercars everywhere. Tristan Ovenden third, 12 seconds away from Derek Tohill. Julian Godfrey will be in fourth. But what has become a very spread out supercar finale is going to see Thomas Ramanauskas get the better of Steve Hill. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 4 driver comes into the Joker and should still come out clear of Steve. But what a tremendous effort it's been from Steve Hill. He has dragged his Mitsubishi Evo 10 to the line and he's going to record a finish. Brilliant stuff from Steve on his return to the championship. A great shame to see it end that way, but he did well to drag the Evo 10 to the line after contact with Julian Godfrey coming down Harry Hill into Paddock Bend. But the supercar final is done and it's won by 1.5 seconds for Derek Tohill from John McCluskey. Great stuff from the two Dubliners out front. The Irish lead the way in the opening 2 rounds of the British Rallycross Championship. Tristan Ovenden is third, Julian Godfrey fourth in the similar DS3, Thomas Ramanauskas in fifth in the Evo, ahead of Steve Hill, who stopped the car just metres after the finish line.